So, going to start our today's lecture. So, the name of our subject is e-commerce application. In this course, we will study about what is e-commerce, what is e-commerce business, what are the applications of e-commerce. Okay. So, in today's lecture, what we are going to see is understanding the principles of e-commerce and what are different principles of e-commerce, especially the relationship between the e-commerce principle and e-commerce models. So, now, what is e-commerce? The short for e-commerce is electronic commerce, which means to buy and to sell goods through internet. Means whenever there is e-commerce, it means that we are going to do business through internet. In other words, the business through internet is called e-commerce. Okay. So it might contain different business activities like the online transactions between one business to another business, or the transactions between the consumers and the business, or between the consumers themselves. So, in simple words, e-commerce is nothing but the business through the internet, where one business party can do the transactions with the other business party or with the consumers. Or in the other words, it can be the end users. So we have different components of e-commerce, like the online stores or websites, like the stores where you can purchase different products. If we take examples of these online stores, that it can be Amazon, it can be Walmart.com, it can be Shopify. So we have different online stores, websites that may sell the products of different businesses online. We have another component of e-commerce, that is the shopping cart system. Now, for example, whenever you visit a website, so that website allows you to, whether let's suppose if it is a online store, it will allows you to purchase their product and add them in a shopping cart. Just like in real world, you purchase some physical items and add them in your basket or cart. Whenever you go to a supermarket and want to purchase some products, you keep on adding them in your shopping cart. Similarly, the shopping cart systems allows you to add your products in the cart before you check out. Like your shopping cart features on different websites like target.com, the shopping cart features on different online purchasing stores we have, like on Amazon Prime or on Amazon, we have the option to add the items on cart. There are several business that allows you to add your item in the cart. Okay. Then we have payment gateways. Now, after you have purchased online, you want to make your payment online, we have different gateways like Square, like Stripe, like PayPal. By using these payment gateways, the different business can exchange their transactions. Then customer service means we have different channels that provide customer service support on that website. They can provide customer service through their email system. They can provide customer services to their chat or phone to assist if they have any inquiries, if they have any issues related to. Okay, so let's visit a website to understand the e-commerce better. This is the next store where you can purchase different items. So it is also a e-commerce website. So you can see that they have their different products here. If we click on a certain product item, we can go and buy any of the product from here. And after purchasing that product, we can add them. Okay, we can, let's suppose if we wants to buy something here, so we can check the band, whatever the band wants, and after that we can add them in the cart. And in this way, by choosing a specific payment gateway, we can do that. Now, we have learned about the payment method. We have different transaction securities that must be implemented on both ends to secure the transactions from the unauthorized user, like SSL certificate. What is SSL? It is a key. It creates a secure tunnel between one end to another end. Okay, so that whenever the transactions flow from one place to another place, it will protect that information from the unauthorized user. For example, if there is any online retailer like Amazon, you might notice on Amazon, it processes thousands of transactions daily. It allows from adding customers' item to their cart. They complete their purchase with the secure payment method. So how they are dealing with it? By using a secure transaction security. They have an authentic payment method. They know what kind of transaction type we have to use. Okay. So these are all the different components of the e-commerce. Now, the second one is the principles of e-commerce. What principles should e-commerce follows, or what are the different principles on which e-commerce business relies? Now, the first one is the digital transactions. Now, what is the digital transactions? The transactions that take place over digital platforms. Okay. It might include browsing different products, making their payment, you receive different products or different services. Like there are different transaction types we have in digital transaction. One is B2C, means from business to consumer. Like you go on a website, you purchase something. Now you are the consumer. The other end, that shopping, that online store is the business. The second one is the business to business. For example, a trader purchase goods from another city and bring them into his city to sell them to the customers. So that is a business to business. Buying the product from another business to sell, to use that products as the item of their own business to be sold to that customer. Then from consumer to consumer. For example, I purchase something, you like it, and you ask me to sell that product to you on a certain price. So that transaction can be from customer to customer. Then a customer to business. For example, you have a small setup of a specific business in your house. Now you are a customer. You want to sell that to a shop as a display item. So you go to the market and try to sell your homemade product. So that transaction will be a customer to a business transaction. So there are different types of transactions here. Then we have different payment methods. We have a credit card payment. We can have a debit card payment. We have different digital wallets like PayPal, like Apple Pay. We can do a direct bank transfer. So these are all the different payment methods. Then to secure this payment, digital payment methods, we have different transactions. Like we can secure the transaction through the encryption algorithms. like SSL certificates. So it is nothing but a channel. The SSL is a key that will create a secure tunnel where you can do your transactions securely. Okay. Now the second principle is the online presence. Like how how's your presence online means for e-commerce success, like for creating or maintaining your digital storefront, means your UI design, how your online store will look on the screen of your customers, how it will interact with your business. So the common aspects here can be the design. It should be user friendly. It should be easy to navigate. So if it is easy to navigate, then it can attract more audience to it. Then the branding is very important. Here, digital marketing can be very helpful. You try to market your website to different social media platforms. You try to advertise your online store on different platforms like Instagram, like on YouTube, like on Facebook. You try to advertise. You hire different digital advertising agencies to brand your product so that more people may know about that product and can come to your website to purchase that. Then the content is very important. Means the content that your website is delivering to the customers. Means whether your product contains the description, just like, for example, recently we visit the Apple store. You might seen that each product have a specific description, a good detail. Why they do that? To engage the customers, okay? To provide them the relevant information about their things. Like here, the Apple website have a strong online presence. Why? Because of their design, their easy navigation. We have just seen the Apple website. You might see how interactive they use their animations, their images, how high quality their visual of their product is, how high definition image and resolution they are going to use. So this is the benefit of having a good design because it can attract more customer towards it. Then security and privacy. It is another principle of e-commerce. Like it will ensure that the security of your online transaction is verified. It will protect the customer privacy. So that's why the security and privacy is very important. Now, how you will implement that in your e-commerce store? By using the data encryption. What is the data encryption? Encryption means we will convert the data into another form so that it will not be known to any unauthorized user. If they want to access that information, if in any case, if they access that information, they will don't know what we have to do with that information because that information is encrypted. It is transferred or converted into another form. Now, how we will decrypt it? The first end will transmit the data with the encryption key, with the help of which that information will be decoded or decrypted. That is known as data encryption. For implementing that, we have different algorithms which we can use to implement the data encryption like ciphertext. But in the case of online transactions or in the case of e-commerce business, we use SSL or TLS. These are the two main channels or security, you can say servers that are used to protect against the interception or frauds. Okay. Not only in the online transaction, if you might notice, if you want to transmit, if someone is aware of GitHub, you might, if you are as a IT student, if you are aware of that, you might notice whenever you want to transfer your project or your code from your local computer to GitHub, it requires a SSL key. You have to set up a SSL key that will create a secure tunnel so that nobody else can access or steal your code. So that is a data encryption method that is not only used in online transactions but also to transfer other information. Then we have different privacy policies that you must have to follow. The privacy policy says that you must be transparent about it. Means you must have to inform your customers how much their personal information you are going to use, how much their personal information will be revealed publicly, and how you will protect them. Okay, that is the privacy policies. You might notice whenever you visit a specific website, at the end or on the footer, there's also a specific links for their privacy policies. If you click on that link, they will provide you with an agreement that we are going to use your information in this way, and we blindly click on that. We don't even dare to read that. But if you have some time, you might go on a certain website and you can read their privacy policies where they're going to use your information and how they are going to protect your information. Then compliances means how they are going to adopt the regulations, the legal regulations. Now we have different rules that must be followed by every e-commerce business, like General Data Protection Regulation. Means the data of the customer should be protected. Then we have the California Consumer Privacy Act that says that you must protect the personal information. Now, for the sake of an example, like PayPal use robust encryption. So PayPal is a digital wallet that allows to do the digital transaction. Like why it is very famous because of its encryption and fraud detection technologies. They know how to secure the different financial transaction. They know how to protect the user personal data and payment. Okay. Then after that, we have customer experience. That is another principle. Whenever you are running an online or e-commerce store, you must kept in mind that your customer should have a good experience. Okay, you should encourage your business that on reputation that customer visit your store. Now for that, you must have a good user interface. You must provide them a good user experience, means the look and feel of your website should be good. Then the customer support. You should offer different multiple channels for the customers. Like you can provide them support through live chat, through emails, through phone. Okay, just to assist them if they have any inquiries about that, if there is any issues, or if they want to return something, what is your returning policy? So you have to provide such kind of things to enhance your customer experience. Then personalization means the user must have their own choice, like their personalized recommendations or target marketing. Like, for example, you must have a recommendation system in your e-commerce store. For example, if customer purchase something, you must implement some different algorithms that should be able to provide the product according to the personal preferences. Okay, just like if we a famous website like Netflix, it provides you a personalized experience by recommending the content based upon your view history. They will use your view history to provide the content according to that view history to personalize that. Okay. So what it will do, it will enhance the user experience. Then we have integrations. Means you can connect various systems just to smooth the operations. Like you can integrate an inventory management system in your e-commerce platform just to track your stock level, just to manage your orders, just to avoid the overselling of a specific product, you can integrate a CRM, means a customer relationship management system, just to track the behavior of your customers. Who is your regular customer? If you want to track, just if you want to rate that customer, if you want to give a specific discount to your regular customer, for doing that, you have to track your customers who is visiting your website on repetition or not. Okay, so by doing that, you can achieve that through this. Then after that, payment and fulfillment means you have to integrate the payment gateway, okay, so that the user can do the transactions and online processing. Like the we can integrate Shopify. Shopify is a builder that can integrate different inventory management and CRMs just to help the merchants to manage their online stores and customer relationships. Okay. Then the second topic is to understand the e-commerce concept. Now, I have already explained the definition of e-commerce. Means, if we take that in simple words, the buying and selling of goods through the internet or doing the business through internet is known as e-commerce. Or if you do the transactions between business or consumers using the internet, that can also be a e-commerce. Now, the second thing is core, where you can use that e-commerce. We have different models for business, like business to customer or customer to customer. So we will see all of these models in detail.